everybody, and welcome back to Wildcard Wednesday, January 27th, 2010. This week I'm going to be making a really simple card. I saw this kind of design on a gift bag at a little shop I was in, and I thought that would be a great design to put on a card front. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to be using some designer paper from that Sweet Pea Designer collection of Stampin' Up. So we're going to be using this little section here with the birdie and this polka dotted paper here. And then we're also going to be using some cardstock. These colors here, the old olive and this orange and for white. The stamps that we're going to be using is the polka dots and paisley stamp set, but actually all I'm using from it is the word joy. So any stamp set that you have that has the word joy in it would be super. And then we're going to be using a couple of turquoise blue buttons and our Stampin' Up markers, our 1 3/8 inch hole punch, and we're going to use the Stampin' Up spritzer. So I'm going to show you how that works. And a little tiny bit of bling. This card size is going to be the larger standard envelope card. So they're 5.5 inches deep, and I believe by 7 long. It's just the general cards that you see and when you're buying greeting cards, so it's bigger than we normally make. We've cut our cardstock. This is 7 inches long by 5.5, so it's just the 11-inch piece of cardstock folded in half. The orange piece of cardstock measures 6 3/4 inches long by 5 1/4, so just a teeny little mat around it. And then the next piece is 5 by 6.5. So we're just going to adhere everything down. And we're just going to put this aside for just a second. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to take the chocolate brown polka dotted piece and we're going to punch the circle out. Then we're going to just literally fold this in half and then cut it in half. And what we're making here is a little bird's nest. So we're going to position it where we want it on the card front, so probably about here. And then before we do that, we're going to take 2 little turquoise buttons. So I've got my 2 little turquoise buttons here, and they're going to act as eggs in my nest. So before I put the nest on, I'm going to just take some little mini glue dots here and adhere them down. So there you can see our little nest with the 2 eggs in it. Because this card is so very simple and easy to do, but still cute as can be, we're going to add a little bling to our birdie's eyes. And the last thing we're going to do is create our sentiment for this card. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, I only want to use the word joy. So what I'm going to do is just put some Scotch tape over all the rest of the words just to kind of mask them out so we don't use them. I'm going to use Old Olive now, Stampin' Spot, which is a little bit easier than using the larger pad because I'm just trying to ink the word joy. As you can see, got my little word joy. Then I'm going to take my marker, and again I'm going to use Old Olive, and in my own handwriting I'm going to write the word scatter. To be taking my Close to Cocoa marker and my mister. It comes with a little screw thing here that you wind to tighten and a little mister thing like that. So what you do is you take the larger, there's 2 bands on the marker. One is for the fine tipped end and this is for the brush tipped end. We're going to use this end here take the cap off. So you've got the brush tip. Place it, unscrew this until it's loose enough to go through, and almost tip to tip with the nozzle of the mister right there, and then just tighten it up. There we go. When you're holding close down to the page there, you can see how dark it gets. And if you hold it up, then you just get a little lighter misting. Well, I just want kind of a lighter misting over that Scattered Joy. Look, I see if you can see. There, you can see it there. What I'm going to do is trim this down and then make a mat around it before I place it on the front of the card. So I've added my little sentiment Scattered Joy and our little bird's nest and the little rhinestone on the card. I raised up the sentiment with dimensionals, and I think just for touch I'm just going to add some Stampin' Up! Alpine felt ribbon. So here's my finished card. I think it's so cute and so super easy, and it's kind of fun to make a bigger card. When the paper is as cute as this Sweet Pea collection, you can do some really quick things and have great results. The last little element I'm going to add to this card is using my Signo gel pen and just go all the way around the fine little mat with little stitch marks, because there's some in the ribbon and then there's kind of little stitch marks in the flowers. So I thought we might as well just take it all the way to the max. So there we have it, our finished card, and I love the way it turned out. Very simple to do with this paper line. So much of the design work is already done for you, and just add a few embellishments and you've got a really cute card. So we've got our Scattered Joy with the spritzer, the buttons for eggs in the little bird's nest. I tied some ribbon around, I poked a hole through and added some alpine felt ribbon. You could do that before you adhere the card down, but I peeled mine away very carefully. And then I took my white Signo pen and went all the way around it. And I hope you try something different and simple, and remember that less is more. And maybe try using your own handwriting on a card for a little bit different look. So we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.